कभी मीडिया को गुमराह किया है?
All the time, yeah. I mean, that's it.
I was going out for dinner with my family, and I don't think they're comfortable with Paps videos and all of that. So
Even I went through some back door of some restaurant to avoid.
But who are you with? You are not with family.
No, I was with some friends, yeah. I was with some friends, but...
You have to be on my team in this question. There's a hashtag called Adi Ki Shadi.
Shit.
Do you see that?
I remember like Ananya messaged me in the middle of the night after, I think it was 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the night.
But it's true, everyone's recently just got married, right? Only two left from that batch.
But that's sad, yeah.
That's
not right.
That's not right.
I mean, it's the most old school and primitive way, but I've always been judged what people feel of me and my work through interactions with people I meet. And not that I'm not open to criticism, I've always been, from constructive criticism, from people whose opinions you value, not anything from anywhere.
I don't feel like I want to be a part of this rat race. I think I am working because I enjoy movies. मेरे रग-रग में नस-नस में फिल्में भरी हैं और characters, किरदार जो who were my escape once upon a time, and today I'm wiser because of these characters that I've watched or I've played.
When I watched the trailer of Gumrah, one thing that actually struck with me is that the sense of intrigue that it brings on to the background. I want to tell you that of course this movie has been in the making for 1.5 years, and because Murad bhai is like family, so I knew what is happening at what time.
Achha.
So I want to tell you that when I watched the trailer, I felt so happy. Personally, because I genuinely feel that is a really well cut trailer, and with both of you, I think it's going to be a great film, fingers crossed. So welcoming Aditya Roy Kapur and Mrunal Thakur in conversation with me only on Bollywood Bubble. Hello, क्या हाल है?
Hello, thank you for this favourable review.
Yeah.
No, I think everybody. Have you gone and seen the trailer comments?
No.
If I had network here, I would have actually read out a few because I'm not having network. But it's outstanding. You just go to the trailer and read the comments. Like, people can bajao me for being biased, but so many people can't be biased, is what I'm trying to say.
Wow.
I want to start off by asking you that there was a point of time, I asked you at the trailer launch also, but in a different way I want to ask you that there was a point of time you said that you really love watching action movies, but you weren't getting so many of them. And then when you did a movie like Malang, and even The Night Manager, I think everybody loved it. It's in the thriller space with a lot of action. This is also in the thriller space with a lot of action. Do you think that वो होता है कि even in Hollywood you have actors completely taking up one space where you want to watch them in a particular kind of movie, and there's no kindly कि ये versatile नहीं है, ये सब यहाँ पे होता है. वहाँ पे you want to watch rock in an action movie, like it's like that. Do you feel that somehow that space has become a favorable ground for you?
I think what's nice is they've all been very different from each other. And if you look at it, I think Night Manager didn't have much action. Yeah. It's a thriller, spy, espionage kind of thing. So one feels like there's action, but there actually wasn't.
But there was a little bit. I loved that.
Yeah. But what I mean is, normally when you have an action film, they're like 6 set pieces, 1 film or whatever. So it wasn't that heavy. Yeah. But yeah, there's a space I enjoy doing. I think some interesting stuff is coming my way. I like watching them. I like being in them. But I'm really happy that they don't feel like they're the same mold. I think Malang had more of a love story. Yeah. This is a double role. So I'm finding, as long as I keep finding a different way and they're not feeling too similar, I'm happy to be in them.
I have to ask you this, that Mrunal, whenever I've spoken to other actors from this generation and I've asked them, like in the rapid fire or something, that one performance that you really loved or one actor whose choreograph you really like, a lot of them, including Janhvi and a lot of them, have always named you and Sita Ramam, So
sweet.
There is a sense of sisterhood today. Yeah. And also the fact that everybody is respecting each other and their boundaries, right? Are you feeling happy? Because from the time you started, you faced a lot of rejections. Today, when you get that kind of validation from not just from the media and audience, but from your peers also, does that make you happy?
They always supported me, and it's really sweet of them. And honestly, Like whenever I meet Janhvi, like I'm so happy. She's, you know, she's such a sweetheart and she's doing such incredible work. I recently watched Millie and I felt like she was fantastic in the film. I was literally on the edge of the series, like what happens? Can someone please get her out of that huge refrigerator? And her performance was brilliant. They've always been vocal about my performances. They've always reached out to me. I remember like Ananya messaged me in the middle of the night after watching Sita Ramam, saying, I think it was 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the night. She said, I can't tell you how lovely this film is. Like they've cried, even her mom. So it's really sweet, sweet.
But personally as artists, how do you balance between success and failure? Does success really affect you as much as it did in the beginning? Does failure affect you as much as it did in the beginning?
Yeah.
No.
Did it affect you in the beginning?
Yeah, you get used to the ups and downs that are inevitably part of an actor's life. So in the start, everything feels a little more intense when something doesn't do well. And then you understand with time that you have to deal with all of these things better. And yeah, it's equally as important how well you deal with success. So yeah, I think, so the question was what?
Has it changed?
Yeah,
Has it changed?
Better at both.
I started in 2012, Nayan.
Exactly.
I got success in 2018, 2019. And when I meet people today, they are like, you're still the same. So I would like to be the same. When the film doesn't do well, but the feedback that I get from the audience is, even if the film didn't do well, the film was good.
Yeah.
We watched the film and we, like Jersey, they said, we
gonna
hated you in the film. I said, yes! You hated me in the movie, yes! That means it's a good
job
film.
done well.
It's a job done well. And I think all the criticism, I always take it in a positive way because I don't want to repeat the same mistakes that I, in my future projects. So criticism most welcome, be it success, be it failure. I think what I do is I just take one day at a time.
Adi, you know, when she speaks about this, I actually felt that Jersey was a film which was so good, but it didn't get its due, like you mentioned. There are so many of your films also that I feel that could have been better, could have had a better response, basically. For the longest time, there has been a conversation about, oh, does he act well, does he not act well? But today, when you look at the last few films that you've done, or the last few projects, I think people have actually changed their perception towards you. You were always this artist, you know. When I watch you even in those roles in Action Replay or a Guzarish, I really feel that you brought that soul to the film, you know. But do you sometimes like, did it ever not affect you when people were kind of writing you off just because 2 or 3 films of yours didn't do well?
No, because I never listen to people. I don't read comments. I don't read articles. I don't know what people are saying. I swear. So,
Never?
No, never. I feel like in my case, ignorance is bliss because, I mean, what's important to me is my work, that I do good work, that I continue to get the opportunity to do good work. And that's all I can control. I really am very disconnected from public opinion, perception, beyond a point. I've just never given it any importance. So all these conversations you're speaking about, I really don't, it's like I can't relate to them because I haven't kept all of that part of my journey. I've just been fully disconnected.
No, but even if you cut it off, the noises are still there, right? Like I know that you don't like doing social media so much even though you are on it. But the noises are still there.
I guess for me, I've always felt, I mean, it's the most old school and primitive way, but I've always been judged what people feel of me and my work through interactions with people I meet. And I've always felt a positive thing from them, you know. Inherently, that's your audience. That's what you really care about. And I've felt that positivity. I've felt that, and not that I'm not open to criticism. I've always been, from constructive criticism from people whose opinions you value. You know, not anything from anywhere with any kind of agenda. Yeah, but no. Some of that has come in, but I've not really let it kind of affect my kind of equilibrium.
You know, if I can add to that, like you said, you're right. There's a lot of noise around us. There's so many voices. In the middle of this, you only need to listen to your inner voice, which we don't do most of the times. And as an actor, I felt there was a lot of pressure. I wouldn't deny. Of course, you feel sad because you're constantly someone is comparing you with someone else, but they don't realize is what he or she is good at, something that I'm not good at, and what I'm good at, they are not.
Absolutely.
So let's not compare people. And I think the only sane way to look at it as for me is, I don't feel like I want to be a part of this rat race. I think I am working because I enjoy movies. मेरे रग रग में नस नस में फिल्में भरी हैं और characters किरदार जो who were my escape once upon a time, and today I'm wiser because of these characters that I've watched or I've played, you know. And there's so much learning. I think for me movies is the only thing I can do, and that's what I was born for. So
and you do it so well.
I mean, see, now let audience decide that. Thank you. But having said that, I just, like you said, there are a lot of noises or voices around you. You just listen to your inner voice.
True.
No, but for sure, you're always going to have people that doubt you and some people that support you. But at your core, you have to, if you kind of believe in your own abilities, and sometimes you have to draw from that. Yes, to keep going, and when sometimes only you can see what you can do and no one else can. But as long as you feel that's what's important.
No, as an audience also I'm saying this, that when I watch the trailer of Gumrah, I feel that it has been perfectly casted, because perfectly cast, because when I see the trailer, I feel like, oh, this is exciting, this is amazing. But when it's called Gumrah, I want to ask you, when was the last time you felt कि किसी ने आपको गुमराह कर दिया life में? Do you remember? ये तो कि कोई करता ही होगा जिंदगी में, मतलब he'll say that I don't care about it, no, but I'm saying अपने लोगों में से अगर किसी ने गुमराह किया
अच्छा
कभी,
no, I was thinking
या फिर इंडस्ट्री में होता ही है
अच्छा,
कभी कभी काम की वजह से.
Gumrah,
like taking you for a ride.
Yeah, I'll tell you a funny thing. Okay, I was traveling once, and because I didn't know the language outside India, I went to buy something, और मेरे को गुमराह कर दिया यार, बहुत पैसे ले लिए मुझसे. और ऐसा होता है, लोग करते हैं,
बहुत होता है.
You
should see those YouTube videos and all, like shorts where they literally, like there was a video I saw जहाँ पे वो cobbler है ना, वो रस्ते का जो एक तो first of all child labor, but उसके ऊपर उन्होंने बोला कि how much, तो पहले he starts with 100 rupees. They said no, this is not the 100 rupee note. He's giving 100. He's like, this is not the 100 rupee note. The other one. ऐसे 500 रुपए ले लिए. बोला कि this is the 100.
ऐसा तो रोज होता है सबके साथ.
Crazy.
No, recently I bought something online and they never sent it to me. Yeah. I bought like some things from some international store, and payment went through, but I didn't get any confirmation email, nothing. I haven't heard from them, so I have to take this up.
You can just post, you know, right? You can
What
use your
I'll post?
Insta for good reasons sometimes.
To complain
and save others so that they don't portray for that.
Yeah,
you know?
that site.
But that's sad, yeah.
Yeah, I bought some really cool, like fishing. I go fishing sometimes, so I got some fishing gear online.
That's not right.
They never sent it.
That's not right.
That's not right. Now another thing that you guys don't do right sometimes is what I'm gonna complain. कभी मीडिया को गुमराह किया है? ये बताइए ना, मुझे जानना है कि when was the last time कि मीडिया का मतलब क्वेश्चन पता था कि अच्छा ये आंसर नहीं देना है, फिर गुमराह कर दे कि नहीं इधर साइड से.
All the time, yeah. I mean that's if we answer every question you ask, then it would be a thing, ना?
मुझे नहीं किया ना इस इंटरव्यू में.
नहीं नयन, we can never
Nothing but the
गुमराह
truth.
you. We can never गुमराह. क्या आपने हमें गुमराह किया है?
Not at all.
I have not.
He's actually liked the trailer.
I really like it. I called up everybody and said it.
Yeah. हाँ जी.
गुमराह कब किया लास्ट मीडिया को?
मीडिया को? हाँ, I remember I was going out for dinner with my family, and I don't think they're comfortable with Paps videos and all of that. So we took a round till they left, and then ऐसे ही कुछ गुमराह कर दिया.
हाँ, ऐसे even I went through some back door of some restaurant to avoid. Yeah, sometimes you want to avoid the Paps.
Because family is not comfortable, so what to गुमराह करना पड़ता है.
But who are you with? You are not with family.
No, I was with some friends, yeah. I was with some friends, but not every time, you know.
Acha, now, finally, do you know that there's a hashtag now? Because you don't do social media so much, you have to be on my team in this question. There's a hashtag called Adi Ki Shadi. It's unfortunate, you know, there's a rapid fire question that I keep asking women, and like, who are the 3 eligible bachelors who you would want for your swamper, which I'm going to ask you in the rapid fire as well. And there are times when everybody's like flummoxed and they're like, there are no bachelors left.
Shit.
Do you see that because of that the craze has happened ki shadi.
You're adding to this pressure, is it?
No, I don't want. I don't think.
She said a great thing.
I'm
Mrunal said a great thing the other day about JOMO. I was saying, I'm not getting FOMO. She's like, I'm getting JOMO. There's
Joy of missing out.
Joy of missing out.
Joy of missing out.
Joy. I'm not getting like everyone, but it's true. Everyone's recently just gotten married, right? Yeah, I'm good. I'm not even.
Arjun Kapoor went and said, Varun Dhawan went and said at Zee Cine Awards that Churan, some Shadi Ka Churan. He said, I want to give it to Aditya and Arjun because I think they are the only 2 people left.
Churan, so that they can get married.
Like a stall, yeah.
Only 2 left from that batch.
Yeah, that's what.
That batch.
Yeah, but why are you after him, yeah?
No,
Let the girls will.
I think he should. I think nobody would want the girls on his
I
face
know
don't want him to get married.
Don't.
Let's be. Have you read those comments at least?
I have not,
He
but
doesn't
I'm
read.
not gonna. Yeah, I mean, why are you
You
talking
know,
about
see,
it?
look, he's blushing. He knows it, and he's like,
No. I saw some posts like someone forwarded me some stuff is being made, but yeah, whenever.
But it's cute.
you can clearly see the joy of missing out.
But
Joy,
the
joy.
joy also. But thank you. All the best for Gumrah. I feel that there should be a success interview as well where we discuss the movie because although it's a remake, I have not watched the original. I want to watch this first.
Great.
Because I want to also.
No,
see
but
if I
even
know
if
the
people
mystery.
have watched the film, this film, it's you know, Vardhan had a different take
Yeah.
on it. The first film is incredible, and hence we
Yeah.
wanted to make the film. But the approach towards each and every character is absolutely different. The way they've shot the murder, and you know, ta-na-na-na, you'll be like, I wish I could tell much, but it's going to be an experience for sure.
It is.